Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Conostip and this is going to be part 62 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt, and I believe in this episode I finally get to take a couple settlements. I know it has been a while. I don't know, how many episodes has it been since the last time I took a settlement? I feel like it's been a while, but definitely no false promises. I should be able to take Mazaka. It's going to be, they're going to have to sally out next turn. This is their last turn of bunkering down and hiding in their settlement. And I have enough forces surrounding them so that I should be able to win this battle. Fingers crossed. I should be able to though. They're banged up. I keep looking at this thinking, are they actually suffering attrition? They are, aren't they? Weren't the armored spearmen like a lot? Weren't they like in the 70s strength-wise when this siege started? I keep meaning to look at that, but then I forget. I feel like this army's gotten smaller. Yeah. And I thought that initially that's not what happened. I thought that there was no attrition in this game. So I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope that there's really attrition. I hope that's real. However, in my own armies, I don't think, no, like they're fine. How about the army that's actually sieging? Is that you? Yeah, that's the one. And their units are fine. You know, there's been no attrition in this army. So that's interesting. I guess I can take a peek at it when I fight this army. Let's see if these armored hoplites remain at 36, 36, 36. And let's see if I can remember to keep an eye on that, yeah. So we do have a couple rebel armies hanging about in middle Anatolia, and I don't have anything available to go kill them right now. Once Mazaka is taken though, then I can send one of these armies to go handle them. There's one small force made up of naked fanatics and a barbarian cav, and then a bigger force led by an actual general. Ooh. How many stars? 2 stars, yeah, not bad. Not bad. And then what do you have? Naked fanatics and a rebel general. All right, well, that's fine. And well, one of my stacks is taking care of those guys. The other 2 stacks can go north and fight the rebels here in Sinope. Hopefully we can get a draw out so that we don't have to siege them down for a million turns. Just because they have a lot of archers in these armies. That's a lot. Like that's tough to assault, you know? And I still haven't really made siege equipment readily available throughout my realm. I know I can get it in a couple places. Can I get it here? Yeah, like I can get onagers here in Alexandria and then here in Antioch. Can I get anything in Tarsus? Yeah, I can get onagers there. So that's good. So I could just do that. I could just train a couple onagers and then make it so that the attack on Sinope is easier, just because even if I do get a draw out, my faith in my ability to actually be able to get everyone, and because what I have to do is kill everyone in this garrison during that battle, correct? Otherwise they're gonna retreat back to the garrison, right? That's how that works. So the draw out battles, I think they work better when the garrison's like really small, like it's just a couple of units, and you can just focus on them as they come into the battle and really hunt them down and make sure that none of them survive. Then as long as you beat the army that's on the outside of the settlement, you don't need to kill all of them because they're not immediately going, well, no. They would just withdraw into the settlement, the nearby settlement that does technically belong to them, correct? So yeah, during draw battles, you do need to kill everyone from both armies, right? Is that how that works? That's how that works in my head, but you know, let me know if I'm wrong about that. So yeah, it's weird because I know, like I understand that when people talk about draw outs as this really great, you know, thing that you can do to kind of take settlements without having to siege them, but I don't know, being able to kill everyone is like everyone, like every last person. That's tough. That seems to be a lot of work because cav in this game is really fast, and if you're they get a head start. They're gone. So, yeah, drawouts are... I don't know if it's that automatic thing that people say they are, or unless I'm just misunderstanding them, which is very possible. So that's a long way for me to say that I probably should get some onagers built up here in Tarsus. Just to make sure that I can get into Sinop when the time comes. Just so that I don't have to do this again, you know? This took a long time. And stone walls for Sinop, yeah? Yeah. So just a couple onagers should do the trick there. And the good news is the reason why I'm not like going to be sending in troops from Western Anatolia to take care of these rebels is that I have an army that's ready to go. I'm just waiting for these 3 archers to come down to meet up with this army, and then they're going to go down and meet up with an Egyptian chariot from Rhodes, and they're going to sail on to North Africa to help out down here, which is, yeah, we're just at a stalemate. I mean, it's just me and the Romans just punching each other in the face, just going back and forth. And I did not expect to... Did I get a famous battle for that? Oh, interesting, I did. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was like a more even battle than I anticipated, so I took more losses than I anticipated. I ended up winning, so that was fine, but yeah, definitely didn't... I guess I didn't handle my chariots as well as I should have and could have in that battle, and I took more losses. Also, you know, it's funny, I keep looking at these army comps and thinking, hey, they're well balanced, it's fine. But, you know, I have to remind myself that these Roman armies, even the ones that aren't great, you know, even the ones that, I think the one that I defeated here was, oh, I don't know, early legionaries and other stuff. It wasn't like I don't know, it didn't have the super duper top tier stuff, but I have to remind myself that up against my mid-tier stuff, it kind of matches up okay, you know? Like, I don't know, I sometimes forget that the tiers of soldiers really do matter. They do. I do have this sort of, I don't know, it's like an overdue faith for balanced army comps, thinking that as long as you have a balanced army comp, that kind of makes up for the weaknesses of individual units. And there is some truth to that, for sure. You can find the matchups that work. You know, if you have a balanced army comp, you can kind of pick and choose your spots and find ways to win each battle. But there's a limit to that, definitely. There's a point where, you know, your low tier or mid tier balanced army comp is just going to get stomped by really high tier stuff. And you know, so I didn't get stomped, but it was evenish. Definitely, it was evenish. And then I have to take a really objective look at my army comp and say, all right, yeah, I mean, I got 1 unit of Nubian spears, so my low tier spearmen, and then the Nile spears, they're solid, but they're my mid tier, right? They're not the best. They're not my Pharaoh's guards. And then even the bowmen themselves, they're normal bowmen. They're normal archers. There's nothing special about these guys. The Pharaoh's bowmen, yeah, they're good. They have a more powerful shot, I guess. Missile attack of 11, but that's with upgrades. What is the actual difference? I wonder. I'm just out of curiosity's sake. What's the deal here? So Bowman is going to be a missile attack of 7, and then the Pharaoh's Bowman is going to be a missile attack of 10. Yeah, that's 3 more. 3 more missile attack from the Pharaoh's Bowman. It's substantial, and I think that I am seeing that difference in these types of battles where, you know, the bowmen just are not melting the enemy like my Pharaoh's Bowmen do. So that's, yeah, that's important for me to sort of remind myself of these things, right? And going forward, like I have to remind myself that of the importance of getting these gosh darn better units out. Like, look at this army, for instance. I'm ready to like send this out, knowing that it's not great, but like as soon as I can fill it up with my balanced army comp, I will send it west because I want to continue to keep the pressure on the Romans. And hey, there is Pharaoh's Bowman, but look at my spearmen. Got 3 Nubians and 1 Nile. That ain't great. It ain't great. But
Orders?
the time that it takes to train these guys is 2 turns per Pharaoh's Guard, 2 turns per Pharaoh's Bowman, 2 turns per Nile Spear, 2 turns per Egyptian Chariot. Like, god damn, it is slow. So,
Orders?
you know, it's kind of, I gotta, you know, send these guys west when I got a full army, and eventually we can grind them down. And I do have more armies on the way. I already mentioned this one, but then I do have this one who's already in a boat. They're already on the way, and this is good. We got Pharaoh's Bowman and Pharaoh's Guards. Yeah. Nubian Cav for the Cav, but like that's fine. You know, they'll be okay. So that's good. That's a good, strong army that is... They're on the way. 3-star general, good attacker, so 5 stars when he's attacking, untouched by fear, +1 morale. Yeah, hell yeah. Like this, yes, this is gonna be great. Ooh, another +1 morale, comedian, hell yeah. Yeah, improved casualty replenishment rate, hell yeah. Manamatre Casaros. So, a few turns away for him, and I think we just gotta go back. I think these guys just have to go back to Cyrene, lick our wounds. I don't think I can't even retrain archers here, which has been really difficult for me. Yeah, that's made things difficult in Cyrene.
Orders?
So, yeah, we have to hold our ground here. Instead of pushing, instead of being on the offensive, we have to just hold the ground until, you know, we get these other armies coming on in, and then we can make our push, which is fine. The fact that we get to take Mazaka is exciting enough, I think. And also, next turn, we get to attack Kampasaka. I wish I could say I was confident that we we're going to take it in this episode. We'll try. We'll try.
My liege.
Definitely, but yeah, the gosh darn Parthians have been they've been tough. Man, this has been a freaking campaign going up against them. Yeah, these Persian cavalry, they're scary. I think that taking the walls of the city and then getting my own range units on top of the walls so that we can just trade a bit better is the way to go. But man, that easier said than done. My goodness. And despite the fact that my spy has actually opened the gates here, which is very exciting, but no, I'm just, nope, not doing it. I'm going to build some stuff first because that's not good enough. I don't think it is.
Settlement under siege, sir.
Like, I know they just have the two Eastern Infantry, well shit, like 1.5 Eastern Infantry. That's basically all they got as far as melee is concerned. But, you know, they're two character generals, guys, people, you know, they've got cataphracts, and what the hell do we have? Nile Spears, couple generals. Are they good? Okay, yeah, 4 stars. 4 stars is good. Good attacker. It's a +2 command, so he's going to be a 6-star general. Yeah. Yeah, 6 stars is actually good. Good valor on his bodyguard as well. And what are you like? I think you must have been the survivor of one of the previous battles, maybe. That's the vibes I'm getting.
Orders?
Yeah, I think you're from this army, the really beat up haggard one. Okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed that we can win that in this episode. I really want to get that over with. And that would really time out perfectly because we've got 2 turns before the siege ends again here in Kotais. And we would have to do... Yeah, see, this banner is like down to nothing. Of course, it's been sieged out forever. So, that might explain it. Also, ooh. Huh, they got an old faction leader. And it looks like no other family members. Are we just going to starve their family line out of extinction? Or into extinction? Yeah. So, judging by that unit banner, there's like 1 person per unit here. There has to be attrition. There has to be. Because there was more than this. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, 2 turns. So, next turn, there'll be 1 turn left. And that gives us time, as long as you're not going to die like this next turn, are you?
Awaiting your command. Your humble
55.
servant.
No, you will not die before before you can talk to the Armenians. In fact, Okay, yes, I was thinking ahead here, and I trained up another diplomat just in case. I was like, oh, this is not gonna... This isn't gonna go down this way.
At once.
Just in case he dies, you're there.
Awaiting your command.
Yeah, either way, it's fine. I am prepared. Look at that. Would you look at that? All right. Well, I have some money to spend, and I'm going to spend some of it on troops. Looks like I'm training soldiers there and there. That all looks good. Am I training stuff here? I am not. Can I retrain stuff? I don't want to retrain peasants. That would be silly. And I can't retrain those archers. I have to wait for you to get back. Okay, what can I train here then? Can I do anything useful? Nile spears, desert axes, cav, and chariots. Okay, okay.
My liege.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I feel like I just want to retrain that army rather than. Yeah, I can just get some desert cav for now. They're really good against the Romans with their bonus versus armor. That's very nice, I will say. I will say.
Sire. My liege.
We can also spread these. What are you placing watchtowers? I think that's. Well, they're both going west because we need more generals out here. Yeah, I think it's just you. You're the only general left. Yeah. Okay.
Sire.
All right. So let's continue to spread my spies out because I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them in the neighborhood.
My ears are yours.
Okay, that's weird.
My eyes are yours.
You can keep your ears. I just need you to, use your ears to tell me what you hear, and use your eyes to tell me what you see.
Eyes are yours. Unseen.
All right.
Moves depleted.
All right. Yes, we're getting somewhere there. We're seeing some stuff. You can probably stay here because I probably need your eye. I need your eyes. I'm just kidding. I need them. We can't retrain these triremes here in Cyrene, unfortunately. That's too bad. So they're just gonna hang out here all awkwardly.
Lord.
Ships ready.
Yeah.
Ready to sail.
I don't know if you are ready. Because I don't have... Do I not even have a... I do have a port, yeah. But I never built a shipwright. Yeah, I might want to get a shipwright, even if it gets me no money. What about Kydonia? Yeah, I can't do it there either. I'd have to go all the way back to... Siwa? Yeah. That's... yeah, maybe. Maybe I just do that. Because I should retrain these boats, these triremes.
Ready to sail.
I am now ready to end this turn, and I am now ready to see out the end of the Greeks forever. Yes, it's finally time. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Just noticed you. Am I ready to end this turn? Gosh, do I have anything nearby? Anything that can attack you guys? Oh, I am not ready to end this turn. I got
My liege.
brigands to kill. Alright, 3 guys down here and a full army right there that's ready to kill them. And when it comes to these brigands, can I just send you guys, or are you guys not quite... Nile Cav, 3 Eastern Mercenaries, and some bowmen. Surely that's good enough to beat whatever that is, right? And I could even train something up here in Hatra as well.
Orders.
Is there anything here? No, just peasants. Well, let's
Mighty general. Orders.
send you guys on your way.
Forward.
Seleucia, you're gonna be okay? Yes, you are.
Mighty general. Prepare for
Alright, what do we got? 2 peasants and some Eastern infantry. Well, let's get him. Oh, these brave peasants. Look at them go. Charging at my camels? Camels? Don't get caught by the peasants. Let's just shred them. See if we can break them. Why would they? Why would they break? No, they'll just fight to the last man, won't they? We now have peasants and the Eastern Infantry charging and our cavalry and our chariots. So let's get these guys back and draw them into the fire. And even though I'm tempted to give chase to those fleeing peasants, I would just take fire from my own men, I'm sure. So let's just break these Eastern Infantry instead. And not get caught, and there we go. End it. Lost 0 men. And I'm reminded that I should probably get that army back to either Susa or Seleucia, somewhere that I can get these guys merged up and retrained. In fact, I can just merge them right now. But then let's get these guys. Let's bring them somewhere where they can get. Yeah, there's nothing else down here. Let's double check. Nothing else. I'm sure some more brigands will pop up right here around Demantha next turn. But these guys really need to go on vacation. They need to come up somewhere. And what's going to be closer? 2 turns or 2 turns? It's the same. What can recruit the most stuff? Seleucia is okay, and I think that there's slightly more options here in Susa, so let's go to Susa instead.
Sire, march out of moves. Great.
Yeah, there we go. So you're on your way to fight them. And I can't train anything except peasants in this turn in Hatra, but I can do that next turn, and that's going to be okay. That'll do. Alright, let's keep an eye on this. Diplomats moving around, and looks like the Brudii are attacking Scythian territories, and yes, here we go. Finally, the time has come. So they have 365 men, 5-star general. And let's take a peek at these, so they still have 36 men left in their armored hoplites. So either attrition is not a thing, but I'm pretty sure it is, or it just doesn't factor into that last end turn or something like that. I don't know. It's a very ragtag army though. Like those 36 armored hoplites are still going to be chunky units just because we've seen how decent they are. Like they're good units, they're tough. But everything else is very ragtag. Except for the 3 characters that I need, you know, hopefully by now I know this. Hopefully by now I won't keep forgetting to really account for these guys and their bodyguards. They're dangerous. They are dangerous. And the army that they are attacking, it looks like it's this one, the one of the onagers, right? Is not the greatest army for standing up against heavy cav. I guess I do have 2 barbarian mercenaries. Eastern mercenaries. I got mercenary hoplites, so there's that. There's some chariots as well. 1 basic chariot and 2 Egyptian chariot archers. Yeah, it's something, but I'm gonna need my other armies to come on in and help out against those guys. Yeah. And I'm thinking about letting the AI control these armies. I don't want to lose these generals, of course. Man, he has a lot of retinue as well. Yeah, I don't want to lose them. But it could also just make the battle a bit faster and easier to have 3 armies swarming this rather than just me waiting for my reign. Because honestly, looking at this initial stack is a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit suspect, honestly. So I think I want to risk letting the AI control these armies, and hopefully those generals just don't suicide themselves into those armored hoplites. That would suck, but here we go. Let's get rid of the Greeks.
Send them to the point of crisis!
Oh, we don't get a general's speech for these. Okay. So for the sally outs, they just come on out. Alright, well I gotta... Yeah, you guys can just drop your ladders. And you can drop... Actually, no. Actually, can you equip your siege tower? Can you guys go on fire at will? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, equip your siege tower, go on fire at will. Oh, I'm so smart sometimes. Alright, Pharaoh's Bowman, let's take you off of... Who's shooting at you? Oh, it's those Cretans? Alright, can you shoot back at them? You don't have range on the Cretans? Why? Okay, well I guess I should have you go to loose formation to shoot it. And they're not really sallying out with all their dudes. I don't want to waste onager shots on...
Hoplite mercenary.
Do I have any other bowmen? Is it just that one needed a bowman? I'm tempted to send some cav just to run those guys down. Just because, yeah, my bowmen are actually taking some shots here. So yeah, let's just get rid of them. And are you guys even shooting at them? I can't really tell. I don't know what the range on these guys are. But we should get those guys. Yeah, we'll be taking fire from the towers, which sucks. But just come on. If you kill these guys faster, then you can... Come on, guys. Jesus. You're just getting mowed down by towers, and you're being really lackadaisical about killing these Cretans. Oh shit, are we getting burning oiled? Oops. Yeah, because we don't control the gateway. That's why. Man, come on. They're on foot. Fucking hey. It's like a 30-man unit of Cretans. I'm having way too much difficulty handling that. Alright, so they have to sally out here, correct? It's just weird because it seems like most of the Greek army doesn't seem to... Oh, I don't know. What's the word? Intent on doing so? And if that's the case, I hope that my AI controlled armies aren't going to... They're not going to assault the city, correct? Like, that would be awful. Why aren't you going back? I'm pretty sure I told you to go back. What is going on? Can you not leave the settlement because... Really? What, because the gates are closed? You can't go back out? Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're just stuck in here. Well, I don't know. Run down some Thracian mercenaries. You might be able to beat them. There's only 12 of them, so maybe you can. What's the word? What's the word, guys? 7 left. Alright. So some hoplites there and a 7-man unit of armored hoplites. I mean, they're not in phalanx, so, you know, we might... Okay, nope, not like that. Nope, not like that. If you guys want to be so kind and open the gates for us so that we can escape... God damn it, do I have to... I don't want to assault the city. If I assault the city, then... What's... Like... Are you guys... I'm trying to find out what you guys are doing. I was just given this tip by a viewer that if I use my mouse wheel on a unit, that I can zoom over to it, which is very handy, actually. That's... kind of helps me see what's going on. Yeah, I don't want to just let you guys die, but... I mean... You guys are just going to be getting mowed down by towers as you go through this settlement. And if I can't get you through the... See, if I don't want to, like, send my towers to the city walls and then activate an all-out assault by my other armies. This isn't how I thought this was going to go. I thought that they had to, like sally out or something. Ah, God, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You're just standing next to the tower? Ah, freaking A. Do I need to actually assault this settlement? God damn it. This is like the opposite of what I... The whole point of this was so that I didn't have to assault the city. Okay. Because it seems like my reinforcements are just... like not knowing what to do. They seem like they're just chilling, which is you know, that was the plan, I thought. Was just to chill. Alright, Barbarian Cav, go kill those 4 heavy peltasts. And that 1 militia hoplite. And that 1 3C mercenary. Oh dear. Alright, kill him. Kill the one. You can kill the one guy. I know he has a spear, but you guys can surround him and kill him. Oh my god, we already lost a horseman. Alright, now go kill those peltasts. Is that militia hoplite still alive? How is he still alive? Alright, you got the... You killed the heavy peltast before you killed the 1 militia hoplite. What in the hell? Guys! What are you doing? Kill the guy that's right there stabbing all of you to death. I cannot believe these barbarian mercenaries here haven't broken yet. There's 13 men left. They've been getting shot at by towers this entire time as I've been just avoiding the enemy and picking off whatever stragglers that I can. Let's hide them here in this little nook. They're not getting shot at by any tower. No, they're fine. Alright. Well, reinforcements are on the way soon. As soon as these guys can figure out how to open this tower door, we will be inside and we can start taking control of these towers. These towers can start picking off these dudes down here. Come on, just open the gates, guys. Now that we're on the walls, for God's sakes, please go get that tower before they kill any more of my units that are just, I don't know what they're trying to do here. Just hanging out. Just hanging out in front of towers. Alright, now we got control of this, but these aren't going to be firing backwards into these units. So let's go over here. Have they found my guys? Alright, it looks like they're... If you're running away and you're not in phalanx, then my guys are going to feast. Get them! Get them! Did they drop their spears? Looks like they're fighting with their swords, so my cav should beat them. I thought? Nope, they just killed me. Very easily by the looks of it. Oh, sure, now you know how to open the gates. When you're fleeing... Oh, should I have just have told them to rout? Is that what I should have did? Is just tell them to rout and they would have just figured out how to open the gates? I just had an idea. As long as the enemy doesn't seem too intent on, you know, actually sallying out and doing anything about the fact that they are gonna die soon, I decided, well... All I need is for the timer to run out, and the only reason why I attacked the walls was to turn the towers off. So mission accomplished in that regard, because yes, the towers are being turned off, and therefore my reinforcing armies aren't going to be getting, you know, shot by stupidly standing in front of the towers, and they also, unlike a siege battle, where once you create the first opening of the settlement, the other reinforcing armies just automatically start to rush on in. They aren't doing this in this battle, which is interesting. That's good to know. So in that case, I don't have to go into this settlement and, you know, finish the job. I can just take these towers, make sure that no more guys are just going to get shot out by standing outside of the towers. And that's it. We're almost halfway done with the timer anyway. I can just fast this forward and get it done that way. Because I will say, I don't like it when the AI makes me fight in a way that isn't being dictated by the battle situation. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, if it's a siege battle and I'm the defender, or if it's a river battle and I'm the defender, or if I'm just a defender in general, like I, you know, have a nice hill position, or, you know, river bridge position, or settlement, defense, castle position, and then the defender doesn't attack, and then see, this is why I play with the game timer on, because I ain't sallying out. I'm not crossing that bridge. I'm not leaving that hill. I'm not leaving that forest. I'm the defender. Those are the rules. I get to hold my ground, you know, so it's for moments like these where I'm thinking, you know, as as someone defending against a sally out where the enemy's not going to sally out, okay, fine. I ain't doing it though. I don't want to. If I don't have to, I don't want to go into the settlement and dig them out. There's many of these battles that are going to have to be fought by me. So if I can not do it, then I'll take it. While we were waiting for this timer to run out, I just wanted to point out these counselor's chambers here. The Greek building. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty neat. It is different, I imagine, than the Romans. I wonder, is it different, or is it just a different texture? Or is it a completely different building? Looks unique, but I haven't actually, looked into greater detail into all the different cultures, building types, but I like stuff like that. What do we got here? Awesome Temple of Aphrodite? Aphrodite? Now that it is over, and that counted as a draw. Okay, that's interesting. Why would that be a draw? Because, their victory conditions were to not die? And, I better have taken the city. That better be how that worked.
Victory is ours!
Okay. A little nervous there for a minute. So, yeah, 20,000 to be massacred. But 18,000 denarii to gain from looting. Yep. Suitable husband, 61 years old. Jesus, Berenike, calm down. All right, there's others. Come on, Alex. What's Alexander Soter have? 1 stars? No, Berenike, no. Find someone better. Jesus.
Your obedient servant.
Alright, Brudia Settlement Campus Sarmate. Okay. Yep. Oh, cool, they get the first cohort. Don't you need to have Rome to get the first cohort? Is that different for the AI-controlled Roman factions? Do they just cheat? Or am I just wrong? I'm probably just wrong. I'm probably wrong. Resistance dispute on Mazaka now belongs to us. And yes, that is it for the Greeks. 36,000 in the treasury. Yes. Death stalks the land. This is still in, here, right? Yeah, Kampasake. Yes, okay. City grows. Petra. Alright, let's build the Pharaoh's Palace. Perfect. And we are the most advanced faction. Duh. And let's see, Hetaferes, Pippi, and Acetnophet Philometer. I feel like we've already had one of those before. Aha. Okay. Looks like the Romans are now at war with the Britons. I feel like that's new. I feel like that is new. Okay, and a broken alliance between the Parthians and the Bruttii. That's also interesting because, I mean, the Parthians are not bordering the Bruttii because I'm in the way. So, that's a little curious. The timing's a little curious. Kind of surprised that Spain is still around as well. What do they have left? So the Julia have this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Oh my god. And then this. Wait, what does Spain have? Spain just has Palma? Spain took Palma. That's it? That's all they have left? Jesus, alright. Let me double check that. Yeah, looks like Spain just has Palma. Fucking A. Ooh, okay. Are the Julia at war with the Britons? I didn't see that. It would make sense that they are enemies of the Britons. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious because I know that the Britons have a good auto-resolve because of their chariots. So, like, are they a faction that actually can do okay against the Romans? Or do they just get rolled over by the Romans like everyone else does? It'd be kind of cool if they could hold their own, but I don't know. I'm skeptical, especially now that they're at war with all Roman factions, of course, so. Yeah, it would be nice to get an alliance. Do I have anyone that can talk to them now? Actually, let me double check this. What's the... Are they friends with... Okay, so it's the part... Yeah. So if I get rid of the Parthians, that maybe... Unless there is like a remembrance part of this diplomatic situation where they remember that they were friends with the Parthians and they know that I killed them. Or if I just kill the Parthians and then they were like, oh, the Parthians never existed and they just forget immediately. Then maybe we can be cool, but if not, then no. All right, so I think that I think that was your job. I think I was sending you
Yes, mighty lord.
west because
Yes, mighty lord.
yeah, these guys are old and I needed someone young like this
Your obedient
67-year-old. Fuck. Okay. I thought I was sending someone west that was young, but I guess not. Damn. Okay. Seriously?
awaiting your command.
Gosh, I thought I'd...
Yes, mighty lord.
See, this is what happens when you play multiple campaigns at the same time. You just don't know what you're doing. All right, I guess I have to recruit a diplomat and then send him west to talk to the Britons. I will say, I don't think that that's going to be something that I miss in future Total War titles, or the whole having like a diplomacy panel. Sending the diplomats around to talk to people. It wasn't so bad in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1 because you could move around so quickly between province and province once all the ports had built up. It felt like you could just... It was a faster process. You know, you want to go talk to this person. Well, just go talk. It's not going to take too long. And you can... What you can do is you can drag your diplomat or emissary piece on top of a factionaire in Shogun 1, and in Medieval 1 you can just drag it on the agent itself. And it will track down, that faction leader over the course of the next few turns on its own, so you don't have to micromanage that process. Whereas here, you can't do that. You can't just be like, go talk to the Britons, and then 20 turns later, they finally like tell you what's up, Like that doesn't work in this game. You can path out, of course, like a few turns, but eventually it does this where it times it out. You're like, or not, it doesn't time out, but it's like, it goes too far, and you can't plan that much further of a trip for you to, So like you can kind of do a couple turns like this, and see where you were sending him, but that's only good for like an episode, basically, for me, one play session, and then I'm lost. So yeah, it's a tricky thing. All right, you guys get down there. You're almost there, and then let's look at Mazaka. Let's repair the armor. How did you get damaged? A little weird. And retrain the desert cav. That's all we can retrain. Well, I guess nothing else got that hurt, I suppose. And the rest of this is mercenaries, and we can't train Pharaoh's bowman. All right, that's fine. That's fine. And let's see, sewer. There's only a 20% squalor because most of the people died. I could build an execution square, in case more people want to die. We can get rid of some of that corruption there. I always like that. I love getting rid of corruption. Or another idea is to take a peek and see, look at that Temple of Aphrodite. All right, population growth and happiness doesn't seem like it's something that I need. So I would rather look at my options and to see what else I would want to do. Which for Egypt is like I have to like look at that building browser every single time I have to make a decision because I can't remember everything. I know that Imhotep is for trade, and I know Horus is for like weapons and stuff. Imhotep also gives experience, and then Set is more of like the law. It's pure law. Horus is also law, but at the very top end, Set does have more law than Horus. Isis is for fertility. See, that's as far as I get. And then like Osiris is pure happiness, I think. See, it's so much. It's too many. It's too many buildings. Too many temples. Isis. So Isis is... Yeah, I think it's weird because you see that population growth of like 1 or 2.5 and you go, oh, that's a lot. But then, so let's just say it's Emotep. So Emotep has, let's see, yeah, it has the health bonus, which is, it's essentially the same thing as a population growth bonus, I believe. So I think you get the same amount as of pop growth from Emotep as you do from ISIS, I think. And so, you know, 25%, I think that equals a 2.5% pop growth, which is the same as ISIS. Let me destroy this temple, and so that we can actually look at these things. That is a loud noise. So yeah, if we just look at the tier... Why can't it build stuff? Oh, do I have to repair that building first? Alright, let's do that. And then... Yeah, so ISIS would give a pop growth of 0.5, which we know from that. But then Emotep would also give pop growth from health, which is, it's just the same, it's the same thing. And it's doubly the same thing. You would think like, no, health also gives public order bonuses, but so does pop growth. So ISIS, you put in this and you get public order bonus. Also from, actually no, that's showing from the building itself. That's not showing from the pop growth. Huh, am I wrong about this? I thought there was a bonus from getting a population growth. Huh, I don't know. I thought there was a public order bonus from population growth. Was I wrong about that? Yeah, I don't know. Well, in any case, yeah, the ISIS temple is a weird one. I know that. So it's a good early. I think it's a good early game temple because it does give traits and retinue that give your characters a greater chance of having children, which is very useful in the early game because, you know, getting those generals bodyguard units is good and everything. I think ISIS also gives a increased chance of getting the doctor. No, that's from Emotep because Emotep's all about healing and ISIS is about fertility. Yeah, I don't know. 10% law is nice, but if you're going law, you want to go with set. And let's combine all of this and compare it to Emotep. So 35. I thought that 2.5 pop growth equaled 25% public order bonuses. Huh. I wonder what I'm getting mixed up here. Because I thought that would have been 60 altogether, and then 70 with the law. I thought that's what that would have been. 70% public order bonuses altogether. Compared to the 50 for Emotep. So ISIS, if the pop growth does add to public order, then ISIS would have been giving, you know, more, but I don't know if I'm right about that anymore. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I might just go here. Let's see. So Mazaka is you're a large city, correct? Yes, you are. And what can I recruit? Yeah, assassins and spies. I think I just want to go get the Osiris one because Osiris is the equivalent of like the Bacchus temple for the Julii. So that they're going to be getting those agent retinue traits. So Osiris. So yeah, it's pure happiness. Happiness, happiness, happiness. And then get to the end, and a bit of law there as well. And again, I thought this was going to be a total of 70%. I thought that we were getting 50, 10, and then well, that would have been like 10% for public order. For that pop growth is what I thought. Am I getting that mixed up with something? I'm so confused. But But yeah, let's go Osiris here. And just get that going, and we can repair that armor next turn. Well, let's do that for now, and then we can just queue up the Osiris temple. And is the bazaar gonna give much money? No, not really. Not really. What about base farming levels? 4% here. And they have the tier 2 already, and we can get the execution square for some more money as well. Yeah, let's just put that in. Alright, that's a good start.
My liege.
And then these guys didn't take much damage. I mean, they took some for standing in front of those gosh darn towers, but you know, not the most. And I think I just want to take these 2 stacks and just go straight up north and attack those guys, or do I wait for, you know, I can get some peasants going here. I have some onagers, but they're going to take a while before they get up to Sinope. And I should probably train up another unit as well. Yeah, let's go hunt down these brigands first.
Orders. Orders.
Yeah, let's do that. You guys go hunt them down.
Engage the enemy. Victory is ours, mighty one.
Easy peasy.
Attack!
We have marched up this hill against these rebels to see if we can get them to react to us, and if these naked fanatics want to go after my cav on this side, we can just send elephants to go after them. And then this side, Rhodians, get back, please, and thank you. Try to lure them on into the spears, or just take a charge to the face, whatever you want to do, really. It's your choice, you know? Being a soldier is all about freedom. Freedom and opportunity.
General is the perfect
And
enemy.
here we
Does
go.
not stand,
Elephants are
but
just going
runs
crazy
away.
here.
Is there any point in killing him?
If we can just break that unit. Hopefully my archers are not shooting my elephants. It looks like they should be okay, and once this unit's actually like, no, we'll fight the elephants. You guys gonna break? Man, you guys actually want to fight elephants. Alright, there you go.
Enemies.
End that battle, so we lost
Victory
3
lies in
men.
your-
Not so bad. Actually, yeah, considering that those Rhodians took a charge to the face, how do we only lose 3 men? That's pretty crazy.
Lord.
Pretty crazy. Alright, so do you guys want to face them, or should I send someone else? I don't know, I kind of like the idea of sending elephants up against armies that don't have any ranged units. I mean, this army has very, very little melee, so that's kind of an issue, but elephants can just kind of beat everything, I think. So just having them clean up the brigands while these armies...
Orders.
Yeah, it's very tempting. What mercenaries are available? Sarmatians, Scythians, and Eastern mercenaries. So if there was room in these armies to leave guys behind... Oh gosh, right, I have onagers here. Right, why did I train onagers here? Yeah. What was I thinking? Let's just get some peasants here instead. Yeah, right. So I don't need to wait for these onagers to make their way up. I just need to make it so that the people are going to be okay here.
Mighty general.
Can I move?
Mighty general.
Is Tarsus going to be okay if I do that or no? Nope, 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 nope. Maybe once those peasants exist, they'll be okay.
My liege.
No.
Sire. My liege.
Nope, nope, just gotta leave everyone. Alright, fine. Now it is time to go on in and see if we can repeat what we just did to the Greeks to the Parthians, and I'm looking forward to this. Although I'm also nervous just because they just kicked my ass. And I barely took Campus Alani. That was a tough fight. So, okay, deep breath. We got this. We have archers, we have slingers, we only have 3 Nile spears. Can I... Ooh, hire stuff. Yes, Scythian mercenaries. Yes, good idea, Khan. Alright.
Attack!
We got some stuff built up. Yep, alright, let's... Come on, we got this. Come on, we can do this. Oh my god, that's a lot of stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. Sugtianus. Looks like you were just named after a region that you're from. Very original. Alright, yeah, we know what they have. Let's see if we can kill them.
Now is the time for battle. Pull on your armor, grasp your shield, and take up the blade. For our enemies, the sun has risen for the last time. We go now to our bloody business.
Here's what I have in mind. A couple of siege towers set up on this side of the gate. I can't remember if I can actually fit 2 siege towers in a section between a gate and a tower, or if it's only one. Like, it looks to me like I could. I feel like these should be 2 separate breaching sections, but I'm not positive about that. If it's only one, then the other one can just be as fire support. The reason why I'm not doing one on either side is just because here we have the sapping point, which is going to be kind of in the way of any potential tower, so that seems to be a little bit ridiculous, but in any case, the plan though is to actually... So I kind of brushed up on my tactics. I was watching many a True Nerd's campaigns where he plays Realm Total War, and I was reminded of like the strategy that he uses to get into these settlements, which is by having a front-facing main army, and then having like the little sneaky units coming through the side, and basically take the towers and specifically the gates. The gates are the thing. When the enemy defending the settlement knows that the settlement has been breached, that's when they sort of back up off of the walls, is my understanding, and they no longer try to defend that point. So I don't have to go in there with these guys. I can kind of just go in there with these guys, take enough gates and towers until the enemy realizes, okay, let's go back to the city square, and then I can march on in unopposed and take the walls that way. That's going to be the idea, especially, you know, since I've had such a hard time fighting the Parthians. I really don't mind using these little sneaky tactics. So over here, I got the same idea. This part of the wall's not as undefended because we're going to get shot at either by you or you. The other side is perfect because they should have a wide open approach to the walls. Here, though, we're going to be getting shot, I imagine.
Are here, but will they be enough for
I imagine they'll be
victory?
getting shot by them. That's okay, though. Let's go... Is it you? Yeah. So you can go on in. And what do we have here? Is that something on top of the walls? It kind of looks like it is. If it is, then we might not have an entry on that side, but on this side, this looks wide open, which is nice. And on either side, I have a backup unit of slingers as well that can rush on in to basically, so like one guy can take, you know, one direction and the other guy can rush on in and take the other direction. That's the idea with that. So as soon as these slingers go up and take this tower, then the other unit will come on in and follow up. And how are we looking on this side? Is there any... Can I zoom in? Can I look at you guys? Yeah, they are on top. So Hillman defending the wall there. Alright, well Hillman could definitely defeat slingers in a melee. And then what do we have up here? So we got some Eastern infantry, and then what are you guys? Slingers, peasants,
The ladders have reached the walls.
and Eastern
Your
infantry.
men will soon be on the city defenses.
Yeah, more than I want to fight, honestly. I only have the one unit of Desert Axes, and then the other guys are... Oh yeah, I should probably put you on the sapping point. Oh shoot, they got some slingers.
Dig beneath the walls. Let us pray.
They got some
that
slingers down here.
your
Alright,
men have taken the walls.
let's try to take this
Now
tower
the
as soon
way
as
to your
possible.
victory is clear.
Ah, shoot. That's not going to be shooting at the slingers because there's no little place for them to shoot out from the side. Uh-oh. Alright, well, you guys get on the walls here. And we're just going to be taking fire from those slingers. That's going to be rough. Yeah, you guys just got to run. You guys just got to run. Try to run to this side because that side does have inward-facing arrow slits. And hopefully they can survive to get to that point. Alright, let's go. Where's the other? Let's go back over here. And how are we looking? So those hillmen are definitely coming. So let's run over here and see if we can get these gates, or these towers, should I say, on our side. Now we own this gateway, which is good, and these slingers have stopped. So yeah, now that we own this gateway, they've stopped like following our guys, I think, is kind of the idea there. And they're going to be moving on up, which is fine. But the other side I'm a little bit more nervous about because we're going to get caught by these frickin'... Can you shoot those hillmen from here? No. Yeah, that's a little bit... I don't know what to do on this side. So we got hillmen coming up. I wonder if I could beat hillmen with 2 slingers that are sandwiching them. Because they're just gonna be recapturing their freaking towers. Ugh, shoot, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Alright, I might need to attack the towers here. Just to like put some pressure on them. Alright, so you can't... Wait. You can go there, and then you... Can you? We'll see. We'll see if you can go over to that side. We'll see how that works. And you're both on fire at will, correct? Yes, and then yes. Alright, and yeah, I don't know. You might just be doomed. I don't know if I can... $20... I mean, you're throwing point-blank pebble shots right into them. I wonder if you're gonna beat those hillmen. Oh, that would be cool, actually. All right, if there's a chance, then let's try to get these these slingers up, because all of a sudden, yeah, we beat those hillmen. Oh, good job, guys. All right, don't waste your pebbles and just hack them to pieces. Yeah, just kill them with your swords. And you don't need to run anymore. You can just walk. Alright, alright. So that's still Parthian, so we have to go back and
have done their work.
Clear that up.
The city walls are down. Now the streets will run with blood.
Alright, cool. So we have a breach point there, and we have...
Siege towers have reached the walls. Now the enemy cannot hide.
Okay, so we got 2 breach... So we got 2 towers up. That's something, but I don't know. Can we beat these guys? Slingers, Eastern Infantry. Let's send the skirmishers up here and then here. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but we'll see. And I'm kind of tempted to send the Nile spears up the towers, just because, like, yeah, sure, they're not great on the tower, but they're better than the skirmishers. And getting access to the high ground and giving our range units access to that high ground is a better chance for us than... Because we need to, like, go up against those, you know, Persian cav. And... Oh, I can't click there. Come on. Come on. Let me click there. As I was saying, getting up on those walls is going to give my range units the best chance of skirmishing with those Persian cavalry. Okay, let's bring these slingers up. See if we can turn these towers off. Because... yeah, these guys are going to be distracted by my guys coming up. Skirmishers are shooting at those peasants and slingers. Yeah, we need to get in here. And these Persian cav are shooting at us as well. So we got my guys over. Alright, yeah, you guys are getting just mowed down. Oh, that's rough. I always misjudge how long it takes units to get up into the tower. So I bring my guys up to support way too soon, and then just end up standing at the bottom of the tower getting shot, which is very, very haggard, obviously. See, I'm wondering... So peasants can obviously get shot by slingers. See, I just want to turn this tower off so it stops shooting, and there it's Egypt. So now let's go back. Let's go back. We don't need to run into the peasants. And let's just shoot at these guys. And yeah, spearmen on that side. So I feel like slingers and... I'm worried about the Desert Axes though. Desert Axes versus Eastern Infantry. Like we should win, but I mean, I've just been really disappointed. And there we go. So those peasants are done for. So let's get these spearmen coming over to help out against those slingers. And then let's get these slingers and, yeah, stop using your ammo and get in there and just kill those peasants with your swords and daggers. And then, yeah, help out against those slingers there. And it looks like, holy shit, Desert Axes actually won a fight. Wow, that's very impressive. I'm easily impressed, I guess. All right, you know, that's actually, that's a decent, that's decent. That's okay. That's just, I think this is the best opening for a siege fight that I've ever had before. All right, let's go over here. And let's make sure that you are continuing to run around the sides here. Over on this side, this slinger unit continue to go along here. And once you get over and secure this gate, then I want you to start throwing your pebbles onto these Persian cavalry. And I think I want you to do the same thing, because there's a Persian cav over on this side that has been doing a bit of damage to those. So as soon as you secure this tower, I want you to turn your slings over to him as well. And it looks like we're... What are we losing on this side? Let's see some... What's routing? Javelin men? Can we get in here? Desert Axes finally lost to Eastern Infantry. Skirmishers. Yeah. Alright, let's get Nile Spears. Can we hack down those... Man, this wall fighting, if you don't have the right units for it, it is tough. Alright, Nile Spears, get in there. And then, so we have this tower now. So now just, can we throw some pebbles at these guys? Should we line up here first? And then throw, because yeah, they're getting shots on us. That's what's causing damage. Yeah, those frickin' Persian cav, man. And then over on this side, so yes, we have this now. So same thing, let's shoot at them. And let's go back over to here. And you guys shoot down at them. And are you able to shoot at them? No, they're too far away. Alright, are we gonna break these guys? Goddamn, down to 23 guys. Skirmishers are fighting them now. Got backed up by Nile Spears, but we're taking a lot of firepower though from those cavalry. Alright, are we... They're down to 36 men. Yeah, just keep chucking pebbles at them. That's doing some damage. And now, are you in range of these slingers? Not quite, but if they keep moving in this direction, they're going to be in range of these slingers. And it looks like we finally broke those Eastern Infantry. Perfect. So we can take this soon, I think. And then, how are you guys doing? Are you... Okay, so there's nothing over here. Over here. And you're just taking everything, aren't you? Perfect. Perfect. And how are you guys doing against... Oh, perfect. Yeah, they got pretty much wiped out. That's a nice trade. Taking out Persian cav with slingers feels really good. They're bringing in some more Persian cav for us to wipe out. Oh, yes. Nice volley. Nice volley. All right, let's get these archers up. I probably should have been already doing that. Got archers lined up here and archers lined up here. They can come up. There's not going to be a lot of room for them. I'm kind of wishing that I had like a way to get archers up on this side, because I'm just going to have to bring them all the way around with those ladders, which is going to be a long time. I could bring them in through the gap and then have them come up this. There's no stairs here. Okay. Where's the nearest stairs? Over on this tower? It's a long walk. Well, I guess we can just fit whatever archers we can up here. And frankly, we can probably bring the spears down onto the city streets just to make room for the archers. Now that I have started to bring my bowmen up on these walls, it seems like things have started to quiet down. There's not too many skirmishing, probing attacks by the Parthians. They seem to be somewhat content to just hang out on their plaza. Now, I don't have a lot of spearmen left. I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. So let's make sure that they're in phalanx formation. And let's just group them up like that in a big old block. And then let's bring them to here. And then archers. I don't know if I want to wait. I probably should wait, but I'm just going to bring them in. And if anyone attacks them, well, I got my 2 generals nearby. And then Scythians. Yeah, let's bring you guys in as well. All the arrow fire that I can get is going to be useful. And chariots as well, honestly. Like, yeah, those 2 cataphracts, I don't really know how I'm going to handle those. Considering that I barely have any spears left. So, yeah, don't really know what the answer is going to be to how to deal with those cataphracts. This really does not feel like enough to take on 2 full units of cataphract general characters. Oh yeah, this could be pretty rough here. Let's continue to move up with my Nile Spears. Backed up by archers. Backed up by the generals units. And I have some Nubian cavalry, which, I don't know. Don't really know what they can do, but maybe just with the mass of their units, they can kind of swarm in and help take on those cataphracts. And I can sacrifice the character who is not the main general, so that's going to be this guy here. He could come on in. Why are these bowmen? Can you guys get up to your position? What are you guys doing? Get up here. We are now getting some shots in on these slingers, and unfortunately, because of the snow, that's going to be reducing the effectiveness of our archers. I'm assuming that it also reduces the effectiveness of slingers, but I actually don't know that. It looks like they're targeting my archers too, and quite frankly, I think I would prefer that over my spears, because, yeah, these spears are already weakened enough. I mean, they're barely going to be able to get the job done against those cataphracts, if at all. So, yeah, by all means, target my archers. I actually have more of them, so it's okay. I got 2 units in the back that can be brought up. I got Scythian mercenaries that are archers. I got chariot archers. I have so many archers in range units. It's just my poor Nile Spears. That's all I have for melee, other than my generals unit, really. At this point, my archers are struggling to get a shot on these horse archers that are tucked in behind the building here. I'm going to take these guys off fire at will. And yeah, those cataphracts are looking pretty scary there off in the corner. I don't really know what their intentions are. They're not in range of my archers. I was tempted to send a unit up to try to, I don't know, bait the enemy into attacking my spears. Because I feel like that's the best chance that I have of getting, I mean, I can't even imagine killing both of those units, but like, you know, killing just one of them. I feel like I need to have them charge into my ready and waiting phalanx here. And did you guys stop outside? Ooh, you're in range. All right, never mind. Try to bait these guys into us. Yeah, try to get these guys. Come on. Come on. Aha, there we go. There they come. All right. All 39 of them. Oh, who are you guys? More Persian Cav, eh? I didn't know you guys existed. All right, there we go. There we go. One's coming in. Let's send in the not the general, but the other guy. And let's just kind of back you guys up, and then let's sound the horn here. Have we killed any of them? We've killed 0. We've killed 0 of them. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys need to shoot like point blank into these guys. And alright, we've killed 2 of them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear. Alright, go back in, get a little charge in, try to pick some more off. And Nubian Cav, go on in. Yeah, let's sound the horn again. The horn of glory. Oh god, he's like barely losing anyone. Oh my god. 36 men. He's a loss. It's crazy. Okay, let's get the general back a little bit. And I think I just need to send bodies in here. Scythians go. Scythians go. 33 men, so he's lost 3 men since we turned around. Let's try to get my Nubians back so that we can like cycle charge them in or something like that. So we got a bunch of Nubians in. We have archers shooting point blank. Let's see if can I get the archers around the back? I don't know if I can, but let's just try. And then let's try to charge the Nubians back in. Scythians are just getting cleaned up. Oh my god. They're just melting. Let's see if we can, like, getting rear shots in. I don't know. I don't think they even have shields, so I don't think we're, like, getting any, like, better shots this way, quite frankly. I don't know. Maybe. Alright, chariots. I need you guys, chariots. Chariots, come up here and get a charge in there. And, oh, you gotta charge on my general. Jesus Christ. Chariots, are you guys running? Come on, chariots, go, 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 go. Alright, general, come on, man. Hang on. Just wait until the chariots get there. Alright, get back. And chariots get in. And you run away, let the chariots do the work. Let the chariots get in there. And see if we can get some of these guys. Jesus, chariots. Oh god. Oh, he got my general, damn. Damn, the general was like caught in the unit. Oh, that's such a shame, damn. What a fucking tank. Jesus Christ. Oh, do we have anything that can stop him, or is he's just gonna wipe us? That one unit might just wipe us. And there's like barely any time left as well. So even if we did kill that one cataphract general, the chances of us being able to get in and kill the second one is very, very small. General's now going in to charge my slingers and archers, who are just oh god, this is gonna be bad. Oh god, no. What's rough about this is that he's just gonna regenerate all of these guys, isn't he? Like, any damage that we do here isn't gonna matter. Unless we can just siege him again immediately, perhaps, maybe? I don't know. Because even if we siege him again immediately, then they can just sally out and just crush us with those 2 armored cataphracts. Oh my god, I think we just have to build this army up again and attack again. It's such an ordeal, my god. That's gonna do it. So I did lose 1,000 men and I killed 500, so just an absolute disaster. Things were looking pretty good until I did go up against those cataphracts. I really have to just go back to the drawing board on that one. And by drawing board, I mean, I basically like have to just stop throwing armies together and hoping that they can do the job, but I need to really design, like specifically design an army that can do this. Because I've been throwing armies at the Parthians hoping that they can just kind of get the job done. And it's well, as you can see, it's really, you know, not achieving the results that I needed to. sure, I can win some battles, but then I'm losing battles like this where the result, you know, I'm just losing multiple generals and thousands of men. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't have access to my highest tier units in this part of the world. Even going as far south as Arsacia and the other one that's on the east right there, Arctic Sarta and Arsacia. I think all I have available to me is mid-tier stuff. So we're not talking like Pharaoh's Bowmen and Pharaoh's Guards. We're talking this, Nile Spears, Bowmen, and stuff like this. So like, how do I beat the Parthians in a siege battle without my chariots, essentially? I don't even think I have access to artillery this far north. So yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to think that it would be better to fight them in a siege battle because that kind of nullifies their advantages in the field, you know, them being like a skirmishy horse archer faction. But I don't know, like I'm starting to think that going up against those Persian Cav and cataphracts in a settlement I think that takes more away from me than it takes away from them, because not being able to use my chariots against their cataphracts and, like, sure, the Persian Cav is a tough unit to deal with, especially, I mean, my goodness, yeah, long-ranged horse archer unit is, man, that's OP. I'm really learning, like, how crazy that is. And it's a tough unit to deal with. I was thinking that I wanted to fight the Parthians in a city because, as I was saying earlier in this battle, getting onto up at the city walls gives me some sort of, it kind of evens that out. That evens that trade out against the Persian Cav. Whereas fighting them in the field, what's the counter? Typically, you counter horse archers with foot archers, but if my foot archers are outranged by the horse archers, then that's not a counter. I would have to bring Pharaoh's Bowmen up north. Or artillery? Would I just use artillery in a field battle against the Parthians? That just seems very haggard, you know? But maybe the idea is fight them in a field battle, you know, so even if that involves sieging them out and then waiting for them to sally out. Actually, if it worked as it did against the Greeks earlier in this episode, then I could just, you know, take the walls, which as you can see, I can't do against the Parthians. But then, you know, if they're not going to actually sally out with their cataphracts, then I don't have to actually fight their cataphracts, you know? That could be one way of doing it. Or do it like fight them in the field and see if I can kill their cataphracts in the field using my, you know, chariots and whatever. And then if I have to fight a separate battle, like a siege battle, and that's where I get their Parthian Cav or Persian Cav, and that's where I kill them, using the wall advantage. I don't know. It is tough. If you guys have any ideas, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this matchup here, because the thing is that like this whole attrition-y style of warfare, it's not really working for me because they are able to somehow just train up a decent amount of units. Maybe now that they just have the one settlement, it's going to be a different thing. So maybe they can't train up as fast, you know, because before they had two settlements and that made a difference, I guess. So yeah, maybe that is going to help, but still, that doesn't really like answer the question of how do I defeat cataphracts? Like that's, yeah, because it's going to take me 2 turns per chariot I train up. And if I'm just going to swarm them with chariots, not chariot archers, but my actual melee chariots, that still is going to take a bit of time. So yeah, I don't know. It is tough. That is tough.
Out of moves, great lord.
Like what do they have left?
Moves depleted,
Like
mighty
barely anything, but like enough of that, and then I have no generals left, so I can't even recruit any mercenaries because these guys are dead. So just an absolute disaster. I don't even know if they wanted to advance on Campus Alani. I don't even know if I could hold it. I can start recruiting stuff now, but yeah, can I even hold Campus Alani
orders.
if they were to attack? I mean, I can Well, yeah, I guess so, because I can just retrain these guys up to full strength in, you know, just a couple of turns. So
Orders?
sure, I could hold Campus Alani. But then how do I take that freaking settlement, man? Well, it's a good thing I didn't make a promise to take 2 settlements in this episode or anything like that. Huh, got Masaka though. Hey, there we go. Silver linings, eh? So that's going to be it for this episode. Yeah, that was exhausting, and that was really has me puzzled. I'll say that much. But we will get around to it. We'll keep just cracking at those Parthians until we just get rid of them and finally just solve. Oh, God, what a grindy campaign. At least against the Romans, I'm like, all right, I see the light. You know, like I can see where it's going. But against the Parthians, it's like I don't know. It is just so far away to get anything up there. So that, you know, when anything fails, it's just like, all right, it's going to be another million turns before we get up there again. Oh, yeah. All right. So anyway, before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, I did start a channel membership. So that's one way that you can do so. If not, you can also subscribe, like, and share. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.